Hello friends, today we shall talk about challenges to internal security of India in this first lesson. I will try to give you an overview of the whole topic in this presentation. As I told you earlier also, I'm an IITian and I joined IPS in 1989, and I have written 4 books, which you can see on the slide. First, let's discuss what is the difference between internal security and external security, because our domain, our topic which is in the UPSC syllabus is internal security of India and not external security. External security is concerned with Ministry of Defense, while internal security is concerned with Ministry of Home Affairs. External security is the responsibility of armed forces, while internal security is the responsibility of state police as well as the paramilitary, which we call Central Armed Police Forces, BSF, CRPF, ITBP, SSB, etc. External security is basically security against aggression by a foreign country. You can say against an attack by a foreign country, while internal security is the security of a country within its own borders. We have to maintain peace and law and order within our own borders. So how we can uphold our sovereignty within our own territory? That is the domain of internal security. Now, Chanakya has said long time ago that security of a state, of a country, can be divided into 4 major parts: internal threat, external threat, internally aided external threat, and externally aided internal threat. But in today's digital age, both these threats have become interrelated. Now we will talk about attributes of internal security. So what all is the domain of internal security? So first and foremost is securing our territorial integrity and protecting the internal sovereignty of the country. That is the most important domain of internal security. Next is maintenance of peace and law and order. Maintenance of peace and law and order in the country. Then the next comes rule of law and equality before law. If internal security of a country is very good, that means the rule of law exists in that country, and everyone is equal before the law. Next comes absence of fear. If we can function without fear of anything, that means the internal security is very good. In the states or countries where internal security is not good, usually the people have to live under some kind of fear or other kind of fear. And last is that in a well secured country, peaceful coexistence and communal harmony exists. Now let's come to the major challenges that our country faces. In fact, this slide itself will make the subject of the book or of the subject, internal security of India. What are its major challenges? That is the overall topic in front of us. I would start with the independence. Independence of India gave us 2 problems at hand when we started. First was J&K and second was communalism. The country's partition witnessed widespread communal violence. We all know J&K problem, which we will discuss in a separate chapter. It was inherited during independence itself, during partition itself, because J&K state did not accede to India or Pakistan initially, and that created problems. So we were born with the problem of Jammu Kashmir and communalism. Also, after in 1954 itself, we saw the Nagaland uprising, That means northeast people, they started insurgency, saying that our ethnicity is not towards India. We have been never been a part of India. It is more towards Burma. So those issues of insurgency started up in 1950s. So they still exist, but they have um, reduced in intensity, but these issues still exist. So that is our next major problem. Third big problem is left wing extremism, which we saw in the late 60s, or you can say 70s. We saw the Naxalbari, the Maoist movement starting from Naxalbari of West Bengal. So that we can see initially, recently only we've seen massacre of CRPF Jawans in Chhattisgarh. So left wing extremism is another big challenge to the country. In 2009, the then Prime Minister had said that this is the biggest challenge to internal security of our country. Next comes hinterland terrorism. Our terrorism, which was initially only in J&K or in Northeast, later on has spread to all parts of the country. We have seen blast in Hyderabad, in Pune, Delhi, and the worst case has been, we all know, 26/11 Mumbai attacks. So hinterland terrorism is the one which we can feel all over the country, and this is a big challenge. Another big challenge is the organized crime, the mafia, the drug mafia, the arms dealers. All these people who have nexus with terrorism is another big challenge to our security. Communalism, we have talked. We had a legacy of communalism starting from partition, because the two nation theory had failed, and we saw large spread communal violence in 1947. Again, it has been witnessed after 92, and after the Babri issue, it has been on the rise. We have seen large spread communal violence in Muzaffarnagar in the recent past. So that is a big challenge to our internal security. The country also faces caste and ethnic tensions, regionalism, and interstate disputes. The latest challenge to internal security of the country, I would say even to the external security, is the cyber security. It has been said that the future wars will not be fought on land or on sea or on in air. Rather, they will be fought in cyberspace. Therefore, we need to protect our cyberspace because all the vital installations nowadays are operated through through computers. Therefore, cyber security becomes very important for the security of the country. The last two, border management and coastal security. Coastal security is the maritime borders, and otherwise the border management, land borders. This is also important so that no terrorists can infiltrate into our countries, no human trafficking takes place, no drug trafficking takes place. So these are the major challenges to the security of India. Now we can discuss about factors that are responsible for our internal security problems. You can see on the screen there are 9-10 factors. The first three, we were born with the first three factors. We can say the unfriendly neighbors. In 47, during the partition itself, we had fight with Pakistan. Poverty, we had unemployment. We were born with these three factors. But the next three factors, we can say inequitable growth and widening gap, is all due to the governance deficit. Somewhere our administration has failed. Because of that only these three factors have come up, which have caused many other problems. Next three factors: increasing communal divide, caste tensions. These two have been initially they were declining, but after 90s we have seen these have again increased in our country, which sometimes can be attributed to the political scenario in the country, the politics of vote bank, and so many other factors. But these two also have been on the rise. Porous borders were a problem, were responsible, but still we have controlled this problem to a big extent. And last problem I assign to is the poor criminal justice system. Our criminal justice system is certainly not the best possible. There are lot many gaps. Just to give, this is not the domain of this book, external security, but since you are all preparing for UPSC, I feel that you should know what are the major issues in front of country on the external security front. We will not talk in details about these subjects, but you should know the major challenges. The first is the challenges from neighborhood, be it Pakistan, be it China, even Bangladesh, though it has friendly government nowadays, but sometimes it has not been so, even Myanmar. So our neighboring countries we are not so friendly with is a big challenge. Again, developments in Middle East have been affecting us. ISIS is a creation of Middle East which is affecting our country's security, and so many other factors we know that Middle East issues do affect India's external security. Maritime security issues are another major challenge. We know Mumbai attacks of 26/11 were caused through the coastal route. Therefore, maritime security becomes important. Also, China has been dominating the seas, trying to dominate the seas. Even the big powers of the world also have an eye on the maritime strength. Therefore, maritime security issues are another big one. Militarization of space has been taking place in the amongst the superpowers of the world. So that is another area of concern. Cyberspace we have talked about. Therefore, and last one is intensification of competition for scarce resources. We all know that due to oil, there have been wars due to oil. Oil is a scarce resource. So similar other things. I thank you all and best of luck for the future. We have discussed only the overall overview of this internal security of India. In the coming chapters, we will discuss in detail about every issue. Thank you.